program discusses a wide range of topics including Bitcoin, the United States Strategic Reserve, and why this would cause Bitcoin's price to skyrocket. This takes us to Eric Trump's tweet about Bitcoin. Next we'll quickly discuss Tether and what JP Morgan recently mentioned. The XRP ETF grayscale is the much anticipated announcement of the day. What exactly does it mean for the people? Following that, we'll get directly to the XRP price chart. You'll be interested in what you observe in the front. I'll let you know right away, but first, let's look at the 4-hour and daily charts to see where this is going. Now that we have your attention, please take a seat and relax. At the moment Bitcoin is down $95,871, or 32% from yesterday. Ethereum is currently up 1% and valued $2,654. Compared to XRP, USDT and USDC are both up 99 cents, 0.81%, and nearly 200% during the last 3 months. With the $2.44 substantial lean, it is still drifting sideways and in Chop City, much like Bitcoin. Could a breakout be on its way soon? The level is really low right now. What do you know, however? Would you like to talk about arriving early, securing a position on the first floor, taking a chance, and hoping to win the lottery? This is what you see. This is what you are going to do. We're all aware that meme coins will soon become obsolete, but this is better. It costs around $30 million to run this. Yes, millions with an M, which I no longer use. You can now play the first game. The token will be fully integrated into this site for betting. When the body expires in a month, people will be able to purchase loot boxes. You will be able to create cards in the game. Look at this. This is entirely based on NFT. You own all of these cards. You combat other players, often known as opponents. You attack them. Your goal is to deplete their health. The winner of the game receives money. Pay attention everyone. I've hired 2 of the top advisors in the world, each with a vast network of valuable contacts, to assist me in building something significant. I'm letting you know, Tony, let go of this. I know this man. His name is Jekka Andre. I believe he has around 2 million followers. He allegedly lied about XRP a few years ago. His claim that he might hit $100 has surfaced again. He either wants to make money with commercials or his YouTube views were decreasing. I am not sure. I'd never heard of him. I do nothing but report on the news. However, as previously said, they continue to return to XRP and will do so indefinitely. They move away from XRP. They say negative things about XRP. They vow they will never discuss XRP again. Then they begin to see all of this information in everything we do, as students, newsreaders and Ripple enthusiasts. Official sources including the White House and banks. And then Ripple begins to say this. They constantly return to the one who was chosen. Since this is the case, Bitcoin reserves controlled by US states may cause the drugs price to increase. Since President Trump first promised to establish a US Bitcoin reserve, some states have apparently attempted to construct their own. Matthew Siegel reviewed these bids to determine if there was a clear promise to buy. He discovered them and concluded that they might have an impact on the price of Bitcoin. We examined 20 Bitcoin reserve bills from various states. He says, if they are passed, they may receive $23 billion to buy Bitcoin. $23 billion, or around 247,000 Bitcoin users. This figure has nothing to do with any additional funds that could be deposited into pension schemes if lawmakers act. What do you believe $23 billion would accomplish? Do not worry about the money, it will be purchased over the counter. However, are you aware that Bitcoin stocks are likely to run out? It has already dried on the counter. I believe Bitcoin was about 100. I've forgotten about the numbers. There were still approximately 100,000 Bitcoins available for in-person transactions. If all of these states agree to do so, it will be impossible to acquire Bitcoin over the counter, and BlackRock and Fidelity will continue to pursue all of these huge firms. Remember that mining Bitcoin only produces so much of it. It takes time. There is a 4-year cycle that makes obtaining Bitcoin more difficult. What would happen? What if Bitcoin ceased being sold over the counter? The price needs to rise right now. There isn't enough. When there is a scarcity, such as when eggs are difficult to find right now, prices rise. What do you believe will happen with Bitcoin in the future? Aside from that, the price will increase. Last week Trump stated, "It looks like a great time to get into Bitcoin." That is fascinating. That is what Trump is talking about. It appears that the optimal time to invest in Bitcoin is now. Check out what is going on here. Does it sound like you believe the price will remain in this range indefinitely? Not as long as they can. They're holding it out to the side so it chops. Right now, this is the Bitcoin daily chart. I must say that this does not appear to be a particularly horrible situation. Two closers above the 8 EMA were tested on Monday the 10th and Tuesday the 11th. We could not use the RID, we've got one. We returned to Wednesday after that. We captured the close-up above. We aim to close this section above the green line today. Approximately 90 to 97K. We've lost approximately $1,000. If the 8 EMA shifts to 21, which is the purple line around 9, it indicates that we have two closes above the 8 EMA. That'd be our next target. We also exceeded 50, if that happens. BTC is now available for use, a breakout will occur. This marks the end of Chop City's sideways range. After that we discuss this. Safsat 6 Monster Chili. Coa Veride. Oh. The Amber Cell Paul. Everyone feels today is an excellent day for XRP. But you know what, I do not believe it is, but I do not want to be that guy either. Everyone believes that an ETF will soon be approved. According to a lot of information on Twitter and other social media platforms, the ETF will be accepted today. According to what I've learnt, that is not the case right now. What's happening? It's quite simple. Grayscale is submitting an application for an XRP ETF. In this scenario, they're utilizing their planned draft. It is currently being sent to the SEC. They said, here you go. We have now officially submitted our application for an XRP ETF. Please review this and let us know if it's okay. The SEC will only confirm that Grayscale has entered the race and that it would like to see an XRP ETF. The SEC has up to 240 days, people. It has been around 8 months now. As a result, the decision on whether or not to accept the ETF will take approximately 8 months. I have never seen the SEC accept an ETF and a cryptocurrency at the same time. Never. Bitcoin had to go through nearly 4 years of acceptance and rejection before it received its first ETF. We know what will happen after the first ETF is approved. The other ETFs enter so quickly because they all perform the same functions as the first ETF. The snowball effect started when they made the shift and expanded their business. Getting the first is crucial. Once you've mastered the first one, the rest will be easy. Brad Garlinghouse once stated that after the first bank, all others will follow much more rapidly. The hardest thing, however, is getting the first one. The same will happen with the ETF. All eyes are on us, so let's go over the Grayscale files one final time before we set the countdown. Of course you do not need to wait 240 days, I believe it will happen much faster than later. I believe the ETF will be released by the second quarter of this year. But pay attention to the news stories from today. We should look at the photo. This is the XRP chart that you need. We will discuss this at the beginning of the second film. One day we hope to reach the pinnacle here. Last night on the livestream we demonstrated how to complete the 4-hour challenge. It appears that 4 hours is the ideal amount of time. It looks fantastic for 4 hours. This is the light for Thursday. Slightly higher, I am sorry, everything is okay here. The answer is finally arriving to us. We retrieved the red candle body from above. We are below the 4th of the 21 and the 50. This demonstrates that we are strong in the short, medium and long term on the 4-hour chart. The important goal now is to turn this over every day, which you may begin now.